Welcome to Hindsight Hacking. I'm Corey Carter.
And I'm Ron Cool, and we've talked to hundreds of entrepreneurs hacking their hindsight to give you better foresight.
And now we're bringing you those same great interviews along with other mindset hacks, visibility hacks, traffic hacks, and more to get you all the tools you need to gain more visibility and gain more traffic.
And of course, gain more sales. So head over to gethhm.com/toolbox to get all the free resources to help you get more.
And so, without further ado, let's get to it. What is going on, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to another Daily Hacks. Ron, how are you?
I am doing great, Corey. Super excited to talk about this particular subject.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, having a platform is what launched everything that we're doing in the online world.
Absolutely. I was just telling Rachel about this last night. It's crazy.
That's what made me. Yeah, it's what gave me the idea to talk about this today.
That's funny. It's funny. It is hilarious how much one little action, when you look back at it through the benefit of hindsight.
Yes.
Say it.
Hindsight. We all know is 2020, and we chose right when we decided to go forward with our podcast. So I'm asking the audience, what is your platform? Right? Because if you don't have one, how are you going to have an online business? There are so many different platforms out there. Ron and I just happen to choose podcasting, although it's morphed a little bit because now we've got a couple other things going on with this same exact podcast. And that's why anybody can see it live.
Yep.
Group on our profiles, YouTube, right? It's everywhere.
Yep. Yeah. It's crazy because we were just, we actually had a client meeting today and we said if it wasn't for the podcast, we would not even be talking to them.
Yes, because we would not have been visible. Right?
True statement. True statement.
Okay. So, Ron, how does one find their platform? How do they know what is the right platform for them?
I think it kind of goes back to what you enjoy doing and what you like to do, right? Dabble, like try to see what fits your personality and what fits what you enjoy doing the most.
Absolutely. All right. So what if you don't have the technical skills? What if you're technically challenged? What do you recommend?
I just go back to bed because there's nothing you can do about that. No, I'm kidding. Just playing. There's always people out there that can help you accomplish your goals. Understand finding your who can save your business.
Yes. So from the podcasting perspective, we're just going to talk about that a little bit just because that is where our specialty lies. And so we started our podcast journey without a clue on how to do anything. But luckily, we weren't willing to go find a who.
Correct.
And so through that, you figured it out first, and then you taught me. And then next thing you know, we're editing our podcast along with dozens of others.
Right.
So, and why did we move into having a podcast editing company and all that fun stuff? I mean, when just a year ago, we didn't know a thing.
Practice. So for one, for two, I think we both enjoyed the tech part of it. Right. So again, it was something we enjoyed and we found enjoyment in doing. And it was like our superpower in some aspects where we can get these, make them sound amazing and hop out. We haven't figured out how to make my voice sound better, but that's a different story. I'll let Corey work on that next week.
We'll get the voice disguiser someday soon.
Right. I'm going to start talking like Darth Vader soon.
Yeah.
But think about all the things that someone can do that brings them happiness or it's fun for them to do while they're doing it. And whatever that is for the listener, that was it for us and editing podcasts. It was something we enjoyed doing. And we were able to listen to shows we probably never would have listened to.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so many interesting things that we would have never thought this is something I will go listen to. And so now we get to do that all the time. And so again, find your platform. If we didn't decide we we're going to have our podcast, we wouldn't have a company that edits podcasts, right?
Nope.
We knew we would coach people, and then you fell into actually coaching other folks launching a podcast almost maybe a month after we launched our own.
Right. Yeah. It was something that, again, our passion is coaching people and helping people achieve stuff that they didn't know they could do on their own. And then mirror that with the podcasting piece of it, and then helping them launch into a well-known platform like iTunes in the top charts so they can use that as social currency. Yeah, that was right up our alley.
Yeah, it is like a match made in heaven. So now, hundreds of people later, podcasting is our love, editing, coaching, all the above is kind of the fun thing, but it gave us a platform to speak on. So now we've got podcasting. We know tons of different authors. What else is there? What else are people using to find and build their platform?
Social media is another one, right? So that is a platform for some people. And there's video things you can do out there. You can get on YouTube. You can have a video blog. You can just have a blog, whatever your platform is that speaks to who you are. Like if you enjoy writing, that's probably a blog, right? Or publish articles, or do something where you can start putting together a book and get it published.
Yeah. There's so many avenues out there. So go find what is your passion. But at the end of the day, if you don't love writing, if you don't love podcasts, even if you don't love social media, you will not build your business if you don't find the rock to come out of and get on top of, right? Like you got to find a way to get past the fear. If you're afraid of hitting the live button on your phone, you got to get away from the hiding behind not necessarily just the keyboard, but if you're not a writer, right? I mean, there's got to be a way to get out there. So what's your advice for those that don't love writing, don't love podcasts? What's your advice for them, Ron, to get out there and find a platform?
Done beats better than perfect. So I think some people don't like certain things because it can't be like perfect out of the gate. So that's one thing to kind of talk about. So getting something accomplished and moving towards the direction you want to be. Like if you know at some point you want a video channel, just go start it. It's going to suck at first, but just go start it. If you know, hey, I love listening to podcasts like you did, Corey, and I liked listening to like talk radio, so it kind of made sense for us to do it. Didn't wake up one day and say, I'm going to go be on the radio or I'm going to have a podcast, right? That was not something that necessarily we like put our mind towards to go do, but make a decision on where you want to be 2 or 3 years down the future and figure out what steps you need to take to hit those goals.
Absolutely. Done beats better than perfect. And at the end of the day, if you want to build an online business, some avenue, find some platform and just get out there, because I guarantee you, if you're consistent with whatever you're doing, and consistent does not mean once a month, consistent is maybe once a week minimum, but some kind of consistency, you'll find a way to get your message heard. And honestly, and this is really what happened for us, I think, Ron, is we were able to find what our message was through the process.
Yeah, because when we started, we had no idea what the message was, right? Like our company was a different company name. Everything was different.
Yep. It was focused on in-person coaching. Mm-hmm. And we were trying to get into the online space, and we had no clue exactly how to do it. But we knew we needed to get our message out there. We needed to publish some way, shape, or form. And we got really good after being really bad when we started. Go listen to episode 2, you'll hear. But we got pretty good at interviews and interviewing clients, our coaches, our other podcast entrepreneurs, right? We got really good at that, had a lot of fun, but we still had a lot of stuff we had to work on.
Yeah. It's one of those things that if we waited, and I've said this multiple times, if we waited till I felt we were ready to go, we would not have even one show yet.
Yep. And here we are past 78 shows. And at the end of the day, these daily hacks are inches away, dare I say, one sleep away from being launched onto iTunes.
So, you never know when it's going to pop up, but
be ready.
Be there for you.
Yes. Okay. All right, Ron, what's the last piece of advice before we call it a day here on making sure to have a platform?
Take the steps you need to get to where you want to go, even if it's uncomfortable.
Ooh, how about this? Get comfortable being uncomfortable, because if you're comfortable, you're not moving anywhere. So go find a platform, get out there, have some fun. And this has been another episode of The Daily Hacked. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Guys, thanks for being the best part of the Hindsight Hackers community.